Well, come back to my channel. The coin spot today is Best Top 5 Coins 1. You want to miss where diving into the world of United States coins? Please don't skip this video. So let's get it started. Top 1.
The 1953 Lincoln wheat penny, commonly called 1-cent coin from the United States of America. Here's a complete history and details about this coin. 1953 Lincoln wheat cent. Full historical overview. General information. Obverse front features a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Reverse back displays 2 wheat ears and the words 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum. Composition: 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. Weight: 3.11 grams. Diameter: 19.05 mm. Plain smooth. Historical context series: Lincoln wheat cent, 1909 to 1958. The 1953 penny belongs to the wheat reverse series, which started in 1909, Lincoln's 100th birthday in 1953. President Dwight D. Eisenhower was in office, and the U.S. was in the post-World War II economic boom. This coin was part of the everyday currency and used in all kinds of transactions, from groceries to newspapers. Minting details: 1953. Lincoln cent was minted in 3 locations. Mint location: mint mark, mintage Philadelphia. No mark, 256,755,000 Denver D. 700,515,000 San Francisco S. 181,835,000 mint marks are found under the date. On the obverse side, value today, as of 2025, circulated coins, usually worth 3 to 15 cents in circulated mint condition, can be worth $1 to $10 plus. Proof coins not issued for 1953, no proof sets that year. Rare errors: some 1953 cents with doubled dies, off-center strikes, or other mint errors can fetch $50 to $500 plus, depending on rarity and condition. Design: origin: Victor D. Brenner designed the coin in 1909. His initials VDB appear under Lincoln's shoulder. Not on all years. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and it replaced the Indian head penny. Collectability: 1953 penny is relatively common but still sought after by collectors who collect all years. Mint marks of the Lincoln series appreciate mid-century. Lacono look for high-grade or error coins. Transition to the Lincoln Memorial Centon, 1959. The reverse was changed from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. So, the 1953 cent is one of the final decade coins of the iconic wheat reverse design.
Top 2. 1951 1-cent coin from the United States of America, which refers to the 1951 Lincoln wheat penny. Here's the full long history and complete background of this coin in clear detail. 1951 1-cent coin, Lincoln wheat penny, also known as 1951 Liberty penny. 1951 wheat penny BACE INFORM. Feature details: coin name Lincoln wheat cent, year 1951, country United States of America, denomination 1 cent, 1 cent metal, 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. Bronze. Weight 3.11 grams. Diameter 19 mm. Plain. Designer Victor David Brenner. Design start 1909. Lincoln wheat series began. Coin Diasigen. Obverse front portrait Abraham Lincoln, facing right in. God we trust. Top Liberty. Left side 1951 date on the right. Reverse back. 2 wheat stalks left and right. The wheat ears design. No in a cent center. United States of America below E. Pluribus unum top. Latin for out of many. 1. Historical context: America in 1951. The U.S. was in the post-World War II era, and entering the Cold War period, the economy was growing fast. Coins like the 1951 penny were made in large quantities. Materials like copper were no longer restricted for military use. So the mint returned to regular production to mint A locations, and mint MARKs. The 1951 penny was minted in 3 U.S. locations: Mint, Mark Mint location, How to identify no mark Philadelphia, no letter underdated Denver. Colorado D, under the years San Francisco. Calls under the year VOU of a 1951 penny 2025 estimates. Coin type condition value range. 1951 no mark circulated 5 cents. $0.751951D circulated 5 cents. $1.001951. Circulated 5 cents. $1 uncirculated mint state 1951 51D S $2 $20 plus rare errors double die off center $50 $1,000. No steel versions were made in 1951. If your coin looks silver, it may have been plated or altered Defuin FACTS the Lincoln wheat cent, the first U.S. coin to feature a real person introduced. In 1909, to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, 1951, was one of the last years for the wheat penny series, which ended in 1958. Over 1 billion 1951 pennies were produced across all mints, making them common but collectible error coins to look for double die errors, especially in God We Trust, or Liberty off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing greppinched mint marks or PMs like a double D or S. These can be worth $20 to hundreds of dollars, depending on condition and rarity. Top 3, the Liberty 1946 1-cent coin, United States of America, which is another coin in the famous Lincoln wheat penny series. Here's the full and long history of the 1946 Lincoln wheat cent, explained simply and completely. 1946 1-cent coin. Full history, also known as 1946 Liberty penny, or 1946 wheat penny BACINFOMATON. Feature details: coin name Lincoln wheat cent year, 1946 country United States of America. Denomination 1 cent 1 cent. Designer Victor David Brenner. Initials VDB. Material 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc bronze. Weight 3.11 grams. DSIG FATURS FHURS. Front portrait Abraham Lincoln facing right, Liberty to Lincoln's left. In God We Trust at the top, 1946 to the right. The year reverse back design includes 2 wheat stalks on either side. A knee sent in bold letters in the middle, United States of America, under Ite pluribus unum, at the top, Latin, out of many. One history of the 1946 penna post-war Americatha. Coin was made right after World War II ended in 1945 and 1943. The U.S. used steel for pennies to save copper for war materials in 1944 and continuing into 1946. They went back to bronze, mostly copper, by 1946. The U.S. was rebuilding its economy, and materials like copper were no longer strictly controlled for warmint. L'Ociation, Nacier 1946 penny, may have a mint mark under the date mint. Mark mint location notes no. Mark Philadelphia. Mint most common D, Denver. Colorado 1946 DS San Francisco. CA 1946 value of 1946 pennies. As of 2025 coin type condition value range 1946 copper circulated dollar $0.051 or a similar same as above. Rare errors. Various types $50 $1,000 plus very rare steel. 1946 pennies are extremely rare and possibly made by error. If your 1946 penny is magnetic and silver colored, it may be a rare collectible worth thousands. FUN FACTS. The Lincoln wheat penny was first made in 1909. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. The wheat reverse design lasted until 1958, after which the Lincoln Memorial design replaced it in 1959. The 1946 penny is popular among collectors because it marks the return to normal U.S. coin production after World War II. Top 4, the 1945 Liberty 1 cent. Coin of the United States of America, more commonly known as the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. Despite its everyday nature, this coin is deeply tied to the history of America during and after World War II. Let's dive into the full rich story, the Copper Witness. A 1945 Liberty 1 cent coin story. Part I. Birth and the time of war. 1939 to 1945. In 1945, the world was at the tail end of the deadliest conflict in history, World War II. On the American home front, the war had reshaped everything, from industry and politics to daily life. Even something as small as a penny wasn't immune to the changes brought by global conflict. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, had become an everyday staple in American pockets. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it featured a right-facing portrait of Lincoln on the obverse front and two wheat stalks flanking the denomination on the reverse, giving rise to its nickname, the wheat penny. Material matters, from copper to steel, and back when the U.S. entered World War II in 1941, metals like copper and tin were desperately needed for ammunition and shell casings. In 1943, the U.S. Mint made a dramatic change. For 1 year, the penny was minted in zinc-coated steel, creating the famous steel cent. It saved copper for the war effort, but was widely disliked. It rusted easily and was often mistaken for a dime. By 1944, the mint returned to a copper alloy, but this time using recycled shell casings from the battlefield, symbolically turning war into peace. The 1945 penny continued this tradition. It was composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, representing both a return to normalcy and a memorial to wartime sacrifice. Design and symbolism. Obverse front. Abraham Lincoln, symbol of unity and emancipation, stares steadfastly to the right. The words "In God We Trust" arc above him, with liberty to the left and the date 1945 to the right. Reverse back, 1 cent, is boldly flanked by two stalks of wheat signifying agricultural prosperity and hard work. Pluribus une, Latin for out of many, one echoes the nation's identity in 1945. With the war ending in May, Europe and August Pacific, Americans clung to symbols of hope, perseverance, and unity. The Lincoln cent, affordable, common, yet noble in symbolism, carried those values. Wartime mints and varieties. In 1945, the Lincoln penny was struck at 3 U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; San Francisco, S. Together, they produced over 1.4 billion coins, a massive number to meet wartime economic demands in the post-war boom. Though most 1945 cents are common, well-preserved versions, specially read, uncirculated, or proof coin scan, be valuable to collectors after the war. Into pockets, jars, and history. As 1945 bled into peacetime, these pennies passed from hand. 2 hands slipped into jukeboxes at dance halls where soldiers reunited with loved ones, dropped into church offering plates and Thanksgiving, estled into GI Bill paychecks for veterans, starting new lives forgotten. In the corners of war bond savings book siege, coins seemingly ordinary carried the fingerprints of American life during a transformative moment in history. Part 6. Legacy and numismatic value today. The 1945 Lincoln wheat cent is a common coin. For beginning collectors, easy to find, inexpensive, yet full of character and history. Some collectors cherish them for their connection to World War II, especially those struck from recycled shell casings. Circulated coins are worth just a few cents to $1 in circulated red examples graded MS-65 or better. You can fetch $5, $15 or more, depending on condition and mint mark hairs, double dies. Off-center strikes are rare but highly prized. These coins are still found in jars, heritage collections, sometimes in circulation, a silent testimony to their durability. The 1945 Liberty 1 cent coin, though modest in appearance, is a time capsule from one of the most important years in American and global history. It is a tribute to Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy, America's industrial and moral resolve in World War II nation, moving from war to peace and from sacrifice to hope. Top 5. 1944 1 cent coin, United States of America, which is a historic and collectible coin officially known as the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny. Here's the complete, long history of this coin in simple and detailed language. 1944 1 cent coin, Lincoln wheat penny. It's also known as Liberty 1944 penny or 1944. Wheat penny BASIC, INFOR Mateo and feature details. Name Lincoln wheat cent wheat penny year. 1944 country United States of America denomination. 1 cent material 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc, weighed 3.11 grams. Designer Victor David Brenner, initials VDB. Design DITAS, obverse front portrait, Abraham Lincoln, the 16th U.S. President, lie, BRTY, to the left in God we trust above Lincoln's head. 1944 the year. To the right, reverse back to wheat stalks on each side, why it's called a wheat penny. 1 cent in large letters in the center, United States of America, Belui pluribus unum at the top, Latin. Out of many. One long history of the 1944 unknown wartime America. The coin was made during World War IIIN 1943. The U.S. Mint used steel coated with zinc to save copper for ammunition and military supplies in 1944. The Mint switched back to copper, but this time it used recycled brass from used shell casings from military firing ranges. Why? This coin matters. It represents the American war effort. Even pennies were connected to the war. It shows how every day things changed during World War II to support victory. Amint. Lo sia to and s your coin may have a mint mark under the date 1944. Here's what they mean. Mint mark location, meaning no mark. Philadelphia, regular issue. Denver, Colorado, made at Denver Mints. San Francisco, made at San Francisco Mint. Araya version 1944. Steel pena. Few steel coins were mistakenly made in 1944 using leftover steel blanks. From 1943, these coins look silver gray, not browned. They are magnetic and weigh 2.7 grams, not 3. 11 Jev. Rare, some are worth $50,000 to over $100,000. Coin value 2025. Prices, type, condition, value range 19.4 for copper, normal circulated $0.05 to $1, uncirculated $2 to $10 plus. 1944D or 1944S. Similar values, SAMIN 944. Steel penny, any condition, $5,000 to $150,000. Interesting, FACET's first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909. 100 years after Lincoln's birth, 1944 was one of the highest mintage years, over 1.4 billion pennies made. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.